Hello, and thank you for watching my first video about The Division 2. So, this is the start, and this is kicking straight off from character creation. And it's really clean. The only issue is where the fuck are we?
Over here.
Looking at the contextual clues you get, you see, like, a river, oldie style houses, and like combat zone. So I honestly have no clue what the fuck is going on here. But it decided that this is how they wanted to kick it off. Like, it doesn't even feel like it's in America. Now, according to Division 2's lore, the smallpox virus covered the whole Earth. Like, everywhere got hit. And we're going to explore that a bit more later. Or I'm going to explore that in these videos a bit more later. Right now it's just some combat I left in so I could talk. So, now we hit the part where you're like, where the fuck is this happening? And also where we hit the first political controversy of this movie. This part, again, it's like we're in some town that's being attacked. I want to say it's in the South. Division isn't supposed to work outside the US, so it has to be in the US, but where? Where in the US is this based?
Get to the waterfront.
Feels so random. So pointless. And now we're under attack. And I honestly don't know what to make of it. Oh, and up ahead in a second, we're gonna see like an alert go out and give us all a big fuck you. Like, all the Division agents get a big fuck you. It doesn't matter if we're being shot in the face. Fuck you. Washington, D.C. is important. Right here. All our tech just turns off. Because that makes sense.
This is a distress code. The coordinates for Washington, D.C. How is this possible?
Get down! Everybody get down! Someone has to stay.
And we, the protagonists, get sent to DC.
Whatever happened, it needs to be fixed.
Where that has relation to us, I don't know. Why are a bunch of boats, military-level boats, shelling some shit town with refugees? I don't know. Why are we leaving one person to hold it? I don't know. But now for the politically non-political opening segment, where they ask the big questions.
We took things for granted. We expected coffee in the morning. We expected free Wi-Fi. When those were taken from us, we survived.
Oh, and who the fuck writes free Wi-Fi on their window like that?
The trains stopped and the internet went dark. We survived.
But when the pharmacies were looted and hospitals shut down, asthma became lethal. And with no police to protect you, did you own a gun?
Did your neighbor?
So there we have it, the big political gun statement. Did you have a gun?
We are a resilient species. When our society collapsed, we found
and I feel like
and now, for the first time,
I agree, that is a major question.
What we need.
Now up here in the bit, it says that 7 months have passed since the events of Division 1. In Division 1, we saw the New York get its first hit by the green virus, the dollar flu. And that is a airborne version of the smallpox that's hyper
They've made our world
bad.
bleed. But we don't stand
And
alone.
so they're claiming
have sworn to protect
this is
us
only
and save
7
what
months
remains.
later.
They unite us.
And they're also claiming that the Division are supposed to
Our shield and our light.
protect
But if that light
everyone,
goes out,
like better than the military did or would, and better than people would,
Save us then.
which I question. Now we get to see like panoramic shots. That's why I left this in here of Washington D.C. Like how it looks. Big air quotes. 7 months later. Like it isn't 7 months later. It's years later. This is a multiple year later thing. Like we don't go to shit this quick. Ivy doesn't crawl up walls. We don't build walls. Subways don't collapse. Vegetation doesn't get rampantly overgrown in 7 months. We don't live in some hyperactive vegetative world. It's not how things would work. Here I'm leaving. This is where we get to see like the White House and what's going on, and just how much they've like militarized the White House itself. So this is the last bastion of freedom in Washington D.C. Like the military stronghold of D.C. is here. There are other settlements, like people living in Washington, but they aren't military encampments like the White House. So the next one is, and this is all super early in the game, we come in and we are made the most important person in the game. First thing, like in all of DC, we're like the newbie, and he's just basically saying, we're the new sheriff, everybody's gonna kiss our ass. And the game plays to that a lot.
Playground for murderous fuckheads. There are several main factions and a whole lot of bottom feeders sucking up whatever the
I'm
big
not sure
dogs
if
miss.
it matters for the
Refuse
overall
civilian
discussion
settlements are still
of
holding
the
out against
politics
all
of this game,
villainy.
right?
They need more help
But
than
it's
we've
an
been able to
interesting
provide,
decision
especially
on the
since
designer's
Davision
part.
network went dark.
And throughout this game, I feel like the designers
She's one of the last
slash
surviving agents in
developers
DC.
fought
She's
back
operating
against
at
the
theater settlement on
whole
a priority mission. You should go check in with her.
head people
If anyone knows how to
saying
get these systems back online,
this game needs to be non-political. Like, they knew that it was going to be
Oh,
political.
and,
The
introduce
designers
yourself to
and
the locals
the
while you're at it.
developers knew that this was a
It'll comfort them
political
to know
game. But they were constantly
new
being
sheriff
slapped
in
on the
town.
wrist for trying to be political. And that's what we're looking at. Here is the first settlement you go to. Now, the whole settlement is strewn all over with American flags everywhere. It's a rooftop settlement in the middle of downtown DC. And as you play the game, it works more like a communist commune. Like, there's a flag. Flags are everywhere. We can't get away from them. So, it works more like a communist commune
If you're looking for Agent Kelso, she just left.
than it does a
I should have gone with her.
American one would.
But I'd only slow her down.
I don't know how else to put it. It doesn't function how you would think a bunch of Americans would run it. It functions very much
I know
help
you got your own
everyone.
problems to deal with. Them hyena motherfuckers.
So that's
took
it
my
for
little
this
girl.
video. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you comment on it. I can't wait
You
to
can
see what
help out
people
paying your
think.
debt.
I am going to do more.
And I always pay my debts.
And have a good night. Good day. Whatever.